Now, another thing we did in the class, 09-12 class, was a question that asked you to plot a series of 5 points and connect them with a smooth curve. Now, the 5 points, there they are, and there's the smooth curve. But, you know, we just started with a point here, a point here, a point here, a point here, and a point here. Now, most people that connect these points will try to make this the lowest point in its neighborhood, make this the highest point, and, you know, make each of these the high or the low point. But it's a little more natural if you, I don't know how natural that was, I missed that point by a mile, but you get the idea. The points that you plot should be on the graph, so I'll just move that one over a little, on the curve, the smooth curve, but they don't have to be at the high and low points of the curve. This one, as I drew it this time, is pretty close to the low point, but neither of these is. Also, the curve is said to only apply from this point to this point, so I drew a little extra, but you know, that's to kind of get myself started and make sure I finished right. We'll erase that part. And right here is the curve on the specified domain, the domain being from, in this case, -2 to 6, I believe. Yeah, -2 to 6. Okay, so we asked questions, and they're actually quite simple questions. Where are the points that are higher than any other nearby points? Okay, now you see them labeled up here, but let's just look, okay? This is higher than any other point close to it. And of course this is because there's nothing to the left. And of course this is because it's higher than everything close to it and there's nothing beyond it. Okay? So these points are higher, and as you see I've labeled them higher here. And the points that are lower than the neighboring points I labeled in purple, and that would clearly be this point and this point. So there they are labeled as lower. Now this curve isn't exactly like that one, but still close enough. You get the idea. Then we ask, okay, where is this function increasing? Well, what do we mean by the function is increasing? It means the graph is going up as we go to the right. As x increases, y increases. So where is it increasing? It's not increasing here, it's not increasing here, but here it starts, and here it's increasing. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't put a circle around those points. As far as the green segment is, it's increasing, but not at the point where it's a minimum and not at a point where it's a maximum. Not at the low point, not at the high point, but every point in between. And then clearly it's increasing from this minimum up to this maximum. And as far as the green goes, those points are not included in the interval where it's increasing. Then let's see, what color did I use? Blue. Where is it decreasing? Well, pretty clear, it's decreasing from here to here. And it's decreasing from here to here, but not including the endpoints. And that's kind of the way it was drawn, decreasing, decreasing, but I wasn't specific about not including the endpoints, because it's not too important right at the beginning, but it will be. Okay? Now, we wanted to put the intervals on the x-axis where it's increasing and where it's decreasing. Well, if our x-axis is down here, and let's see, there's a point on the x-axis where the thing hits the minimum. Here's a point where it hits the maximum, minimum, maximum, maximum. Okay? It's increasing from here to here, which corresponds to this interval of the x-axis. For these x values, the function is increasing. And I'll make sure I put a green circle around those points, and here, and here. Not at the point where it hits the minimum, not at the point where it hits the maximum, but increasing everywhere in between. Then, where's it decreasing? Well, from here to here, and that corresponds to x values that go from here to here. and from here to here. Same thing. Okay, so here are the intervals where it's increasing or down here. And here are the intervals in this graph where it's decreasing, or as it's done down here. Now, those are important terminologies. They're intuitive, they're pretty easy to understand, but you want to apply them carefully.